I don't know.
Oh, they got brighter.
Hold up. Those are so cool. Those are cute. I can't tell if we're live. I'm seeing a live thing on
It says live on Facebook on my side.
Yay! I see it now. We're live. Yay! What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. Good morning. If you guys are catching us live, comment. Let us know where y'all are watching from. We like to see what y'all are up to, see where you're tuning in from. And if you're hitting us with a replay, if you're on here watching the replay, hit us with the hashtag replay. I am excited to introduce y'all one of my closest friends. She literally is like family now. It's crazy how much our friendship has grew over the past, man, just the past few short years since I was introduced to you. And I'm just really excited for y'all to hear her story today. Lynn was a nursing student, a broke nursing student. She said she was struggling to pay for gas money, and now she makes good money on social media. So, and I have a lot of friends that are kind of curious how you can do that. They think some might think it's a scam. They don't believe in what you do. They don't understand it. So I want you to share your story. How did you get like into this?
All right. Well, as Karen said, I was a nursing student and I had literally just had a baby. Like, I had a baby in nursing school, something that they say don't do. Well, guess what? I did it. That's the way that life threw the punches there. And yeah, so at first, whenever I signed up, I told my husband about it because, yeah, I'm one of them that has like all these ideas and they're crazy and some may be fun, but usually they're over the top. And
before you go any further, I want to backtrack because you said before I signed up. So some people watching may not understand, like, signed up.
Okay, before I even got, I got product. I got some to try.
Yeah.
So let's backtrack there. Yeah, let's backtrack because I'm everywhere. So let's backtrack. I got a 1 week supply, one of the $29 packs. That's what I got to try. A friend of mine had actually posted it up. And guys, so let me tell you a little bit about me. Yeah, I was in nursing school, but what you don't know is I had that newborn baby at home, but then I had a 2-hour drive one way, 5 days a week. On my clinical days, I had to leave my home at 3:30 in the morning to get to Tallahassee to the parking lot outside of a hospital by 5:30, be on the bus and on the floor by 6 a.m. ready to go for clinical days. Like, sleep was almost non-existent. And then my days were either 8-hour class days or 10 to 12-hour clinical days, and then a 2-hour drive home. So lots of time in my car, lots of time not sleeping like everyone else, and then coming home I had my husband, my son was 8 at the time, and then I had a newborn baby at home.
A lot of time away from family.
Yeah, try doing all of that and having to study and everything else. And so honestly, whenever I first found out the products, I needed to lose some weight, but it was more like energy. God knows I needed some energy. Like I was strapped. Oh, and on top of that, sometimes I was even working like my days off, or if I had to be in early the next morning, like on a clinical, I would go into work at 5 p.m. at the jail, and then I would leave from there and drive to a clinical. So trying to work a little bit in that.
Jail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, so yeah, so I have a background of prison work, and then after I left the prison to go to nursing school, I started working at our local jail part-time because I needed some of that extra cash, some of that gas money, because that was $100 a day. So working up there was $100 a day, $100 a shift, and so I could get, gas money. I had an SUV, 2 hours, lots of miles. So yeah. So anyway, so for me at the beginning, it was more of Mama needs some energy. Mom needs some energy. So I got these capsules in the mail, and at first I was like, I'm not so sure about that stuff. And literally I threw them up on my counter. And then I kept walking by looking at them. And it was like, one day I was like, I'm just gonna try them. I'm gonna try them today. I'm just gonna try 'em. So I took my capsules and out the door I went to go to school early that dark morning in August. And literally that was a clinical day for me. It was a clinical day. I remember it because I had my capsules in my bag. And I was peppy, like on the way. I was like, I'm feeling pretty good. But what got me is I didn't even stop and think about it. I was on a clinical rotation, and one of the nurses was like, "Girl, okay, so as a student nurse, you do everything. Like you do your stuff and you do their stuff, and they just check off behind you just to make sure you're good. Like you are responsible for everything." One of the nurses walked up to me and she was like, "We're over here drinking Red Bull and you are walking laps around us today. What are you on? Because this is not you normally." I'm like, "I don't know. I just took these pills." And they're like, "Pills?" I'm like, "No, not like that." I was like, "It's some capsules. They're supposed to give you energy and make you feel good. And they say you can lose some weight on them." And they were like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Here, let me go get you some." So I went in my lunch bag and like popped them out some in their hand. I'm like, "Just try them. We still got half a day left. Just try them." It was like lunchtime at this point. So she did. And they were all looking at me like I was crazy. And before I left that afternoon, she's like, "These are awesome. How do I get some?" I'm like, "I don't know. I got to find out. Hold on." So right then and there, literally, because I was just a customer. So right then and there, and things were a little bit different then. Like now, when you're a customer, you automatically get a referral link if someone wants to try it, which is what's awesome. It wasn't like that. So then I was like, okay, she wants some. How do I get them for her? So I had to figure that out. It's so much easier now. So before I left the hospital that day, she ordered, and then she got hers in. And then another one of the friends from the hospital, the nurses wanted to order. And that's honestly the way that I got started. Yeah. And I just wanted some gas money to be able to get back and forth from point A to point B. Because let me tell you, I live in the middle of nowhere. If you can't tell by the accent, sorry, it's kind of thick, I know. But like in our whole county, there's 7,000 people, and I'm related to most of them. And I'll be the first one to tell you right now that your family is not going to buy from you. I don't care what it is. They're going to be like, "What is that crap?" Yeah, So I found a better way. Anyway, so I was just stabbing a little bit, and I was still going to school. And I'll tell you, like, at the point that I left school, and y'all are going to think I'm crazy, just like my mama did. Okay. Because my mama, she was not happy. So fast forward, let's keep going. So I'm still doing my capsule thing, and I'm still sharing. People in class were asking about it. I got the instructors on the product, my nurses people, that they had people asking, and I'm like, "Oh, well, you just share this link with them." It was just as simple as what we call use, talk, demo. I was using it, telling them about it. They tried it and they loved it.
And it's sorry because, I mean, you were taking it, you love the energy. Somebody else seeing you feeling better and having energy. And so like your motivation whenever you shared it this first time wasn't even about, "I'm going to make some money." It was, "This person wants to know what's working for me. I'm just telling them." And so then you made it bucks, and you're like, "Okay, I could probably make some gas money with this." Like, exactly. Right? So it was like a trickle effect.
So I got paid. They ordered a month's supply. They didn't even do the trial pack. Like, they ordered a month's supply, and I got paid on that sale. And I was like, "Hey, there might be something to this." And I was like, "Sweet, I got gas money we get paid on Mondays." So I was super happy that Monday when I wasn't really expecting it. And I wasn't expecting to get, I thought it was going to be like $2 or $3 or something like that. I wasn't expecting to be a lot. And then I got the email at school that I just got paid. And I was like, "What?" Okay. So I was like, well, maybe there's a little bit of something to this. So I got a couple more sales that same week. And then that checks just started going up. And I was like, wow. I was like, all right. And honestly, guys, so I told you guys I started with that trial pack. Let me backtrack here too, because I'm all over the place. So that afternoon, after I got in, after the other girls was like, hey, how do I get it? I was like, I don't want to be without this. I really like it. The energy helps me. Obviously, others have already seen it. And so I went ahead and ordered my month combo because I was like, and I remember messaging my sponsor and I'm like, I won't be without this. What is in that stuff? I was like, is it safe? I was like, because I got a baby and I got kids and man, I was all over the place today. And he's like, yeah, it feels good, don't it? And I'm like, yeah. But here's another thing, guys. And I always tell people, you don't know how tired you really are because you're used to feeling that way every day. I'm telling you, when these capsules get in and your body starts getting balanced and those toxins start getting out, whoa, what a difference. And it's amazing. It's no more crash and nap time. It's no more just lay out. It's you feel like doing something and you got the power to get up and move. And that's the biggest part of it. So I got my stuff ordered and I was like, yeah, I made my, so on my Monday, on my first checks, I made around $65. And that was just off a few sales. And I was like, wow, there may be something to this. So I kept dabbling a little bit. Like I'm still going to school, still doing my thing, never had any attention. Like I literally told my sponsor, that's one of those scheme things. And I'm not doing that. I was wrong. I was wrong. Let me throw it out there. I was wrong because I didn't understand it. Because I had talked to my husband about it. And he was like, if that's what you really want to do, but it's going to be like all that stuff we heard about. Okay. Well, fast forward a few months, August. That was August. Let's fast forward to April. Like we still skimming, we still taking our product and we still sharing to people that wants to know. The way that I started on social media was around that August. That April. I'm sorry, the A months throw me off. It was around that April. I literally had told my husband, and this is how I got it. Let me tell you this right here. And this is how that I really got started. And then I got him on board. Well, not really, but he came on board. He didn't have a choice. And then how I got started with the social media aspect. So fast forward to April, I had told my husband, like he was off. We worked in prison and we met inside the prison system. We both worked there. And it was coming up on his weekend off. Like he had off Friday, Saturday. And he took an extra day off that Sunday. And I told him on Thursday night, I was like, I want us to pack a bag because I'm so last minute like this, guys. I'm last minute. I was like, I want us to pack a bag. And we had the baby too. And I was like, I want to go to Orange Beach, Alabama this weekend. And he's like, for what? I'm like, the company that I've been kind of sharing these products with that people's been buying, that's been helping me get from point A to point B here lately. They're doing this meeting. I was like, I think I really want to go just go see what it's about. And he was like, no. And I'm like, yeah. So we packed our bags and got the baby stuff packed.
That's how that
went. Yep. He went to school with me that morning because we lived 2 hours, like I said, from the school, and the school was in Tallahassee. And Tallahassee's on the way. Like there was no coming back home. You're going to school with me that day. So we did that. And we went to Orange. So I had some nursing tests that day. So after I completed my test, I was able to leave. So we left and went on to Orange Beach. Now I've been involved, and this is where my husband's was like, I said, another one of them things. I had been involved in previous companies before trying to dabble where there was no support, no help. Like you signed up and you never heard from anybody. That was it. Like, and my last one, my sponsor, which was huge in the company, was an hour from me. And I couldn't get her to talk to me on the phone, to meet me, to open my messages, nothing. Like I was eager to learn something. And then after a couple of those, that's why he was like, it's another one of them things. And I'm like, no, it'll be different. It'll be different. Whatever. Let's just go check it out. So we went to the meeting and we had 4 products then, guys. 4 products, just 4. This was April 2015, 4 products. And I heard the owner and the formulator speak, and I was like, wow, that there was just something so compassionate and so different. And I can still remember the formulator to this day talking about product safety and putting people first. And it's not about the money, but it's about safe, affordable, and effective products. And I was like, I don't know. It's just like I felt all warm and fuzzy inside. So remember how I just said that I was in another company and my sponsor never spoke to me? So I was at this meeting and my sponsor for this was there. Never met him before in my life. I knew what he looked like because I walked in and was like, oh, that's him up there. I'm going to stay back here. I'm in the back. I'm just going to stay in the back. And after the meeting was over and I heard everybody talk, he walked up to me and said, hey, you're Lynn, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, why didn't you come and talk to me? I'm like, why would I come and talk to you? I'm just this person and you're up there and we're not on the same level. And he's like, yeah, that's not the way that it works here. And I was like, oh, okay. So that was a little different. What we do is so family cultured and family together. This company is not like any other company. You do get the support. You do get, like Karen was saying, we're more like family now. Man, she's went on more vacations with me than my parents has probably went on vacations with me.
I was thinking, just for the call, I was like, I have done so many things that I will never forget, things that I never thought I would do in my life. We've been to Mexico twice together. I think twice, definitely twice, maybe more. And then Vegas, things that I had never done in my life and never thought, like a lot of these things I've done with you because we done it through
we went twice. Scott was with us once, and then Ashton.
Yeah. I was thinking there might have been another time though.
Because we went to the taco hut, remember?
We went to Key West once too, and we've been a little bit everywhere.
But we do our family vacations together. But our family vacations together, we become more like a family, literally. And I never would have met Karen if it wasn't through this. Like, she comes to my kids' birthday parties. We go to hers. She comes and hangs out with me. I can go hang out with her at the beach now since she moved. But I kidnapped her daughter for a week and took her with me to the beach and stuff like that. So it's just completely different. Here we're one-on-one and we're together, and you're just not alone. Let me just say that. You're just not alone like everywhere else. So fast forward from April, I was like, social media. And then I had been fiddling around, and someone had taught me, someone in our company, like I said, we help each other, had taught me a way to find, and this isn't cold messaging, like you're not messaging your neighbor, random people on Facebook being like, hey, I got this product. Hey, girl, you want to try what I got? No, we don't do that. So let's just throw that out there now. We don't do that. And I'm sorry, I will never do that. She's like, so the person that trained, I just had to throw that out there because there are so many misconceptions.
And so many people think that that's what everyone who is in the industry does.
Yes.
And it's like, so not the successful one.
No. And so with what we do, people reach out to us because they see something that we have posted that we attract them in. Attraction marketing, basically. We attract them in, they reach out to us, hey, I'm interested in losing a little bit of weight. Then that's how we build on social media. There was a training for it, which we train everyone that comes in on how to do this.
And it's simple. When I first started, I was with another company, but I was a customer of someone that you sponsored, my friend Ashton. I was her customer, but I was in a different company. I wanted to sell makeup. But I was watching you guys. You and Ashton was who I was watching. You guys had this system. And it was so simple for you, how you were just funneling people into this system. And I was over here doing my other thing, working probably the same amount of hours as you guys, and you guys were getting just like bad results. And I was getting nothing. So I was like, they know something over there. They know what they're doing over there.
Yeah. That's right. And so that's where the social media came in, and we learned how to strategically post, strategically how to get people to ask you to raise their hand and be like, I want to know something about that. Because let's face it, guys, everyone on the planet wants to lose some weight and they want some energy, even if it's 5 pounds. Even if it's 5 pounds, there is no person on this planet that is 100% happy with their body. And guys,
somebody said once, and I love this, everybody wants to get 10 times sexier or 10% sexier.
Yeah. And, you know, it goes more than that too. What if I'm getting chills right now thinking about, like, my legs right now just have chills over what I thought about. The messages that I love the most are the ones that I get that says, hey, because of you, I was able to play with my kids today. I was able to get up and go outside. Guys, that is what it's about right there, helping others. So fast forward, that was April 15th. And at that meeting, I told my husband, I said, I'm fixing to rock and roll with this. I said, watch me. And he's like, he was the most skeptic one. Now, keep in mind, this is April 2015. And he was like, okay, I stand behind you, whatever you want to do. But I know what that meant. And I know that I had to show him. And then, guys, by August, no, I won't even go that far. That was the middle of April 2015. I hit my first director rank in the company July of 15. I hit my second director rank with the company August, the last day of August 2015. And it took off. It just took off. Then guess what happened? Just a few months later, I quit nursing school. I was in my 7th of 8 quarters when I quit. And my mama, oh my gosh, my mama was like, girl, what are you doing? I'm like, look, I'm already making more than what a nurse would. I'm able to do it from my phone wherever I go on my terms. I don't have to miss my kids' stuff because I have a bonus son too. Like the kids now, Layton is 18. Excuse me, Nick is fixing to be 16 and Avery 6. And when I worked at the prison, I missed everything. I missed my baby's kindergarten graduation. I missed his first T-ball games because out there, they need a breathing body to fill a position, and you wasn't getting off for nothing unless it was scheduled. Like, forget it. Not happening. Like, I missed so much. And guys, it's about the freedom that comes with this. I could work, because you don't have to work 24/7. I could work when I wanted to on my time. I could go to my kids' ball games. I could pick my kids up from school. I could take my babies to school. I got to be there for everything. And it all began because I was just like, let me just try it and just see. But like, I was big a skeptic too. I was one of them that was like, whatever. But here we are. And I'm thankful that I took the opportunity and the chance because I've got to meet people that's turned into family as well. Like Karen, and there's so many more in my organization that I never would have met, and in our company that I never would have met if it was not for this opportunity, just because I gave it a chance. And you don't hound people. There's no just random, let me search the name Emily Johnson today on Facebook. We're going to message all of them. No, that is tacky. And honestly, I block everybody that comes up in my box that does that. And I tell them that they need opportunity. Yeah, I'm like, no. If I get one of them, honestly, I tell them that they need to seek some personal development, and Rank Makers is a great place to start. And then I usually block them because I don't want to be spammed like that. Nobody wants to be spammed. But there's ways that you can share and things that you can do. Because typically, if you're like, one of the best things, I love doing this, and this is one thing I do just as easy with my new customers. I'll have them put the capsules like in their hand and be like, just take a picture with them, or even just take a picture of your hand and post it and be like, who knew I could get so much energy and feel so good from these capsules? Just that. People's going to be asking, what is it? What are you doing? You've lost 5 pounds. What? Tell me about it, because I want to know. And the greatest thing is,
up, I think, is instead of doing like you say and creating curiosity and saying, oh, I'm doing this is giving me energy and creating curiosity, they just take the ingredients and what the products are supposed to do and blast it all over their page, and then they spam people and ask them to buy. But that's kind of like the wrong take on what we do. We want to
Yeah.
help people solve problems, like just build relationships with people and help them solve their problems. And
And the
when you share your own journey and your problems, like share your supplements that are giving you energy, people who struggle with energy are going to be like, hey, I need energy too.
like these are so much more though, guys. I really want you to understand it is so much more than just some energy or some weight loss. The health benefits that you get are the unsung hero. Like these capsules, they remove all the crap that's built up in the inside. You get toxins from the air you breathe and the foods you eat, and that makes it so hard. I was one of them. And I know many of you probably are too, that was like, hey, I've tried everything, man. I've changed what I'm eating. I'm going to the gym, killing myself. Like I can lose 10 pounds and nothing more. It just stops. It stops, and it's like I can't get beyond it. And then you get frustrated and you give up and you're back to square one. Well, you can't lose because you're so toxic inside. You've got to deal with that first. That is the first thing. And thankfully our supplements do that. I'll tell you, my husband, he's off of 5 medications thanks to these supplements. And our doctors told him, hey, as long as you stay on these, you don't have to take any more meds. That is huge. Pharmaceuticals, there's so many chemicals and stimulants in them. We don't have that. This is plant-based products, which is huge. Vegan friendly as well. So that's another great
the
thing.
blood chemistry. It's just
Yes.
crazy. Your blood, you guys got to think your blood makes up huge percent of your body. So it is very important. It's going to affect every system in your body. Once you get that
every
cleaned up,
system filters. Every system filters that blood. And if you can't get it cleaned and it's crappy going through, you're just leaving sludge behind in your body. And that's not something we ever really thought about before. I know I didn't. And we do have a video that explains that too, so you'll understand better. But if you need it. But it's just amazing. So let's fast forward though, because guys, I could talk forever about this. So that was August. Yeah, I hit those ranks. We got started the social media thing, and then Karen joined Ashton around that time. See, Karen's not even one of mine. She's in my organization, and we still built that friendship. That's why I said it's about connecting with other people and just doing the dang thing. Someone that you don't know will support you more than your own family member or someone you know or your spouse. Or even a friend. Sometimes friends don't want to see you succeed. They want to keep you in the same spot because they're afraid things are going to change. So someone you don't know will support you so much further. So but moving on from me, leaving nursing school, everybody thinking I'm crazy. My mama's like, oh my God. I'm like, Mama, I got this. That was in 2015 as well. So just a few months after that, I hit my next director rank, which was a 3-star that March of 16. And no, I hit it before then because March 16 is when I got my guitar for 4-star. I hit 3, I think, around Christmas or something like that. It's behind me. But point of it is we keep growing and we keep excelling, and you only going to grow like that when you've got something that works. You're only going to keep having success if you've got something proven that works. And I ended up retiring my skeptical husband home with me, guys, in 2017. So since May 2017, my husband has been with me 24/7. And why most people that drives them crazy, I absolutely love it. He worked in the prison too. Like he did 23 years there. He didn't have to miss everything with our daughter. With his son, he missed a whole lot having to work like I did with my son. And we got married in 2012, so we have a blended family. But he missed things like with our daughter. He hasn't had to. We've been able to take her to school and pick her up every day. Like the swing set, some of you guys may be friends with me. This whole week, we took 40 hours to build a swing set in the backyard. And it's not about the money, guys. It's about the freedom. It is about the freedom of being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, not having to ask for vacation time off, not having to miss family days, not having to miss holidays, but being able to be there and be a
Trying to
family.
decide what's more important. Like, one thing that I think about every time one of the kids gets sick, or if I'm not feeling good, or something comes up at school and they have a play or a Thanksgiving dinner, and having to decide, is your paycheck and what's going to put food on your table more important than being there for that moment? Oh my gosh, how many times as a mom have, like, with my two oldest kids, especially because I had to work and go to school and stuff when they were little, it was all the time. It was very rare that I got to go to like a Thanksgiving dinner or something at school. And then now it's like, I'm free. If I have to work, I can work later. I can work whenever I want to on my phone. So that freedom to just be there and show up and do the things that you want, and what's important to you and your family, that is so much more than the money. So much more.
That's what matters right there. You can't get those moments back. I can't get back my son's kindergarten graduation. I can't get that back. But you know what? I have been there for everything the last few years, and he graduates in 2 years, and I will be sitting right there. I will be that mom cheering and doing my thing. Like, I don't have to miss it.
And
I don't have to schedule
about
the
time freedom. I wanted to point out, like, one of the biggest excuses that we get for people not joining this business is that they don't have time.
Right.
And it's like, hello, that is like that should be your motivation then, because this is how that you can create income leverage and get that time so that you have time. It's the most valuable thing.
And I love that excuse, because I'm like, let me tell you about me.
Yeah.
And then when I pull it out like that, they're like, oh, yeah. So see, if I can do it, you can do it. And it's not hard, and it doesn't take all day. Like Karen's saying, guys, you can set your own time. You can do this when you want to. You just got to make sure you stay consistent doing it. And we don't mean like today and one day, 3 weeks from now. Like every day, be a little bit consistent. And I promise you, it's so worth it, and it will pay off. Like, but you can choose. Is there anything better than being able to choose what you're going to do when you want to do it and at your terms? Like, if you've never been able to do that before, I understand that it's a big wake up call, because it's huge. Because
Maybe
I have never done it.
Unrealistic to you if you've never been there. But I mean, it's real. People are really out there earning incomes on their own time and making money online in the little cracks of their life, like making money in the 15 minutes that they're on the toilet and then getting back to life. Like, there are ways to do that with network marketing and social media.
Right. And guys, like I said, I just wanted gas money. I never expected. I am from the backwoods where I'm related to everybody, and nobody wanted to buy anything from me. And that's perfectly fine. They don't have to. That's another excuse. Some of them came around.
I'm from a small town. Everyone's broke in my town. And when I get that excuse, I'm like, honey, you're looking too small. Quit looking at your town. Get on social media. You can meet people all over the world.
There's millions of people in the world. There's millions of people in the world. And, you know, by connecting with these other people, you just don't know the friendships that you're getting from these relationships. There is one lady that she was one of my customers in the very beginning. We're still Facebook friends. She is going through some things and is kind of sick, and she still always comments. She always looks for pictures of my daughter, always comments. We message each other back and forth. I still check in. Hey, how's it going? It's not about her buying from me. It's just about that relationship and expanding there, and knowing that she tells me whenever I make a post, she'll always come and tell me, you're my superhero. I wish I could meet you in life one day, type thing. And when I go back her way, that is a plan of mine. I plan to make that detour to do that, because I do travel over, and I do get to go places and meet people and host meetings and things, which Karen and I have been talking about putting some together and rallying this back up really soon. COVID kind of got everybody down and out. Yes, and I'm so excited for that because I love to meet people, and I like to talk if y'all couldn't figure it out. Okay, I like to talk and everything, but just keep in mind that if you're like, man, I just don't know, look at the schedule that I had, and I was just wanting some gas money. Just some gas money. And at the point I am in our company, I'm a global leader in our company. So I have a larger organization, but it's about reaching out and helping people. And people message me from all the way around in the organization. If they've got questions, if they want help, that's why we're here. Karen, too. Like, I know I always tell people I'm responsible for me and everybody that comes after me. So that means everybody blows me up. And that's fine. I have no problem with it. I want to see everybody succeed. I know what it's like to struggle. Maybe for Christmas this year, COVID got you down and out. There's a way that you can start now, so you don't have to worry about that again. You don't have to worry about what credit card you're going to have to charge up at Christmas time, or even worrying about Christmas time or kids' birthdays, thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay the bills and how am I going to do that? Because I've been there. Like whenever I began and I was in nursing school, my husband was the only one working, and there was 5 of us on one income, and that wasn't a very big income. So every purchase that was being made was pretty much going on a credit card. We had so much credit card debt just because that's the only way I could get by. Like, honestly, I'll throw it out there. At one point, we were getting food stamps too. That helped a little bit, but it didn't exactly feed 5 people. And then, but our light bills and things we needed here and there was just all being charged. Kids' clothes, whatever come up. And we don't have to do that anymore. And like, I get help. So my biggest thing is to giving back and helping. Like this Christmas, I helped 6 families at Christmas, make sure their kids had Christmas. And I haven't announced this one. So this is going to be the first time that anybody's heard this one. Our FFA chapter, Future Farmers of America, at my son's high school, I paid for every high schooler's FFA dues this year.
That's awesome.
So like, I don't put that out there and I don't make big posts about it, but I love to give back. And I firmly believe that when you're in a position that you always give and you always help others. Yeah. Always. And that is one big thing I do. Lots of charity, lots of donations, always trying to help where you can. But that's what it's all about.
That's so amazing too, because, and Ray Newton talks about this, about, people look at money as it's a bad thing. They have like a bad mindset around making a lot of money. Sometimes that keeps them from being successful. They have like this mind block. But you have to think of that, like when you have access to more money, you're able to give more back. It's not evil. Yes. Having money is not evil.
No, but and it feels so good.
A way to be able to give back and do good.
6 years ago, I couldn't have done that. I could not have wrote out that check to the school. I couldn't have helped other people at Christmas, and I do that every year. But I couldn't have helped other people at Christmas because I couldn't afford it myself. So I've been there, and I understand what it's like. But you can start with a 7-day experience pack and share those. Guys, you make $15 on one of them.
Yeah. And I had people recently join my business, like this week, they joined the business this week. And they sold some trial packs. And she was like, been with other companies before. And she was like, wow, I did not think I would make money that fast. She said, I spent a lot of time putting a lot of money into the business and never really making anything back. But I haven't even spent anything. So I haven't really put anything in, but she made $15. So like, that's eye-opening for a lot of people. Once you see you can make a little bit. I know in the company that I was in, I was selling things and not making a commission on them.
Yeah, I remember that because I was like, girl, you're crazy.
I was butthurt, like selling the most expensive kit and not making anything. I was like, what?
But that's the great thing about our company as well is there's no big kits that you have to purchase. Right. There's no fees you have to pay to get in. You don't have to buy something for $400. You don't have to do any of that.
Just try yourself and see if it's right for you. And if you love it, like we loved it. I fell in love the first week. Lynn fell in love in the first week. Then just share with other people. Like you don't have to go enroll or, anything crazy. Buy a $500 kit. You don't have to do all that.
Yeah. Guys, you can spend $29 on that experience pack like we were talking about, because I promise you're going to have an experience of some kind.
Okay.
You get your own affiliate link at that point. You can share it. If you got a friend that wants to do it with you, you can share it. You can make a little bit of money at that point, and it can go from there. Because like I said, everyone wants some energy, or they want to lose weight. They just want to feel better. That's what it boils down to. There is basically everybody in the room. You can't say you don't know nobody, because you can walk out, go to Walmart and be like, oh yeah, all you. You want to lose some weight.
You
want some energy.
constantly hear people. I mean, sometimes I have to tune them out. But you constantly hear people, they're struggling with, they don't feel good, or they're trying to figure out how to adjust their diet because they can't keep their sugar under control, things like that. And it's like, have something, I can help you. Like, you have tools. Everyone, I mean, you don't have to go beg people to buy. Whenever you have something that really works and you just demo that and show people, they're going to come to you.
Yeah, like my husband, I was talking about the medications. He's off of diabetes medications, blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, gout medication. He was on 2 diabetes meds. So he's off of 5 meds. 5. And on top of that, the supplements has helped him lose about 65 pounds.
Yeah.
So that's big too. And that does help, but he's keeping his body balanced. He's keeping his body healthy. He's keeping it in check. So I'm thankful, like so thankful. And prescriptions are expensive. And another big thing is
the supplements are definitely cheaper than 5 prescriptions.
Yeah. And then like the uncertainty of this past year, so many people were affected by COVID. Guys, we have a way for you to make some gas money. We have a way for you to make some gas money, to make some grocery money, whatever it may be. And it's not all the crazy stuff that you hear portrayed everywhere.
Right. It's not a get rich scheme. It's not like an
no,
overnight
it's
get rich
that.
thing. No. Like if you sign up, we're not promising you you're going to make $1,000 a week or you're going to be a millionaire next month. But if you like are serious about this and you want to work, you can sell travel. Make yourself $15 a pop. Get yourself some gas money. Be able to afford your own product. Whatever it is that your goal is, like it's possible. Because it, like I've been able to cover my income. Lynn has been able to cover her income, retire her husband, and we were just regular people, just wanting to lose some weight and have some energy too.
And let me tell you, there's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about where I'm from. I don't know all these people, like I already told you. That's just not what it boiled down to. But being consistent and working a little bit every day is what got us to those points. Like I said, gas money. I was looking for $50 a week, guys, just $50 just to help me get back and forth to school for gas money. And then it turned into so much more than I ever would have dreamed or thought of. And what could $200 do for you? How could that change your household if you could bring in an extra 100, 150,
extra
$200
$100 a month? Who couldn't use an extra $100 a month? I mean, for me, when I first started, I wanted to be able to buy lipstick online and like my husband not be like, what are you spending all my money on? Because he was working, I was in school, he had 3 kids. And I didn't want to feel guilty for spending his hard-earned money on things that I just like enjoyed because I just needed every color lipstick there was in every brand. So I didn't want to spend his money. So I was like, if I do something like this and I make $20 here or there, that's a tube of lipstick. That's all I wanted to do. And then, once I started with it, I started seeing a bigger picture. Just like you see that next step once you get there, and it drives you a little more. But I mean, anyone can do it. If you're just looking for maybe a little extra gas money, a little extra grocery money. I love asking my team what they spent their checks on. We get our checks on Mondays. Do you ever do that, Lynn? I love doing that. Yes. And I'll be like, hey, what's everyone doing with their check today? Like, just share with me. And you hear things like, we bought school clothes, or we threw our grandbaby's birthday party. we had gas money for this, and we saved up for this. Like, I love seeing those things that the business does for people.
Yeah, like I made a post of that in our team page. What'd you do with your check? And I seen stuff about paying for grandkids' college, savings account, paying a truck payment. With one person went and bought them a new truck, and their income from that is what pays their truck payment. Like, they don't have to worry about their regular job paying for it, because their income from this pays for their truck payment every month, so they don't have to worry.
What a relief. That's so awesome. I love that. I love seeing those posts. I love seeing what people are doing with their business and what people are able to do when they just take a chance on themselves and give it a try. You know, you mentioned earlier that you're so glad you took a chance. I'm so grateful that I'm so grateful that you did, because if you didn't, then you wouldn't have shared with Ashton. Ashton wouldn't have shared with me. I wouldn't be here. But we would still be in the miserable
we wouldn't even know each other.
Probably in a miserable coal mine working right now.
And so, we wouldn't have known each other. Our kids wouldn't have known each other, and they have the greatest relationship. We wouldn't have been on my life would have been a whole lot duller.
Yeah, I wouldn't be living in my dream location. I've been wanting to move to Florida to Panama City since I was probably 13 years old or something. And
it happened.
You took a chance. Actually, trickle down.
You took a chance, but you manifested it too. Like, me and you talked about this. You made that your goal. You wrote it out. You're like, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And then I remember the night that you messaged me and said, guess what? My dream place just come available in Panama City Beach. Look at it. And you sent me the link. And within 3 days, that was that. It was.
Actually, remember, wasn't available. Like, at first, whenever I told you,
well, the very first, I'm talking about when it come.
I was like, this might not. We'll just see what it is. I was like, I know I've been manifesting, and it seems like everything is falling into place, but there's this one thing, and then what do you know? That person backed out, and then everything just happened really fast. And
yeah, I remember she was like, "Oh, it's off," and then, but I remember whenever she got the phone call from the realtor, and she's like, "Oh my God," and within 2 days, she had already went there without the realtor knowing, had looked at the house, and was ready to sign papers that Saturday morning. But I love it. But without the opportunity, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Right. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful that you hopped on here with me today. I'm so thankful that you took a chance on yourself and on this business, because you wouldn't be where you are. I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Oh, I got one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
We talked a lot about the business and everything, and I had said in the beginning, I was doing it for energy. I did, and I needed to lose some weight, but just not at that point. Guys, the products have helped me drop over 100 pounds.
Love it.
Some of them may have been more than once because of tearing myself down and getting off track, but that's okay.
You're human.
But they've helped me lose over 100 pounds. I mean, I'm healthier. I feel better. I can do stuff with my kids. I can get up. I can work from wherever I want to go. On social media, guys, we've got groups, we've got trainings. Like, you're not alone. So just don't think that this is one of those you're alone and it's a pyramid. Because let me tell you, anybody that's like Karen's in my organization, she can make way more money than me. Some weeks she does, because she works way harder than me on those weeks. So it's not about, the person above you gets all your money and you're just paying them. No, your income is based off of what you do, and it's never too late. Like, you can come in right now and kick butt. We had someone that joined us last year, not even a year yet. Almost
our market is very far from saturated.
Yes, last March. And she's already, some of her Monday checks, because she's kicked butt, and she worked several hours a day, but she's implemented all the trainings and the tools that we have, and her checks are a couple $1,000s every week just because of that. And she just came in just a few months ago, so it hasn't even been a year yet. and she's going towards one of the director ranks and things like that. So just keep in mind that it's not saturated. Not everybody's heard about it. And guys, we got over 96 products. There is skincare, essential oils, the CBD patches are life. We got our Truvy, we got our
do anything to do with weight loss.
No, we got
so much essential oils.
We got so many
our essential oil line is so underrated, I feel, because the price is crazy cheap. But the value,
we even got a kids
top value.
line.
It's top purity. Like our essential oils are crazy good.
How many companies have a kids line? I mean, that's where we put all the safety out there. Our formulator, I'm telling you, he tears up every time he talks because he is all about safety and making sure that there's not a bad product. Me too. Me too. I'm always like, let me get the tissues. But there's something for everyone, honestly. And it doesn't have to be weight loss. It could be anything. It's just, do you want to take a chance? I know, I'm sure glad that I did. I'm sure glad I pushed my husband. I'm sure glad when he was like, I don't want to do that meeting. And I'm like, well, we're going, let's pack a bag. Okay, our bag is packed. We're going, you're getting up on me in the morning and dealing with the baby while I'm in class. Like, I'm so glad. One decision can change your whole entire life. And I never would have believed that before because I was the most negative person on the planet. Like, we were just down and out in that hole and I was suffocating because we didn't know how to get out of that hole. Like I was saying, everything was put on a credit card because we had no other way. And I'm so thankful for this opportunity because there are better ways.
I love you. I'm so glad you came over. We've been on here for like an hour now.
And it doesn't even feel
like that. Can y'all tell that we like to talk to each other?
Yes.
But anyway, I want to thank you for coming on, and I want to thank everybody for hopping on. Let me check the comments real quick because I actually hadn't even checked the comments.
You can't even see them. So,
what's up, guys? Heather said, "Hey, Patience. Hey, Patience. Hey, Kaylee. Maria Thor. Somebody looking for a wife."
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, Liz, Naomi, Kelly, Nick was on here. Hi, Nick. How you like your new truck? Tabitha. And hey, Jessica. No, you didn't miss us, girlfriend. That's all the comments we had. So I just wanted to check and make sure we had any questions. But thank y'all for hopping on and watching us. And thanks for hopping on with me and Lynn and sharing your story.
Yes.
You know I'm forever grateful for you. You've done so much for me that it's just unreal.
Well, I'm super thankful for you too. You'll make me cry.
Well, we'll get off here before the tears start because literally,
yes,
honestly, this company and this journey has been life-changing. It does get very emotional for us when we talk about it, especially when we let ourselves get into the emotions too much. But thank y'all for hopping on. I hope y'all got something out of this, learned something. Please let us know if you have any questions. I love y'all. See you later.